Inanna, queen of heaven and earth. In the pantheon of ancient Sumer, Inanna reigned supreme. She was the goddess of love, fertility, and war. Inanna was a complex deity. She embodied both creation and destruction. Her duality reflected the cyclical nature of life. Inanna's power was immense. She influenced everything from the harvest to the battlefield. Inanna was often depicted with a horned headdress. This symbolized her divine status. She was a powerful figure in Sumerian mythology. Her stories captivated the imagination of the ancient world. Inanna's influence extended beyond Sumer. Her worship spread throughout Mesopotamia. She was known as Ishtar in later cultures. Her story continues to fascinate us today. She reminds us of the enduring power of myth. The Descent begins, a journey into darkness. One of the most compelling myths about Inanna is her descent into the underworld. This tale, known as Inanna's Descent, is one of the earliest known stories of a journey to the land of the dead. It speaks to the human fascination with mortality. We grapple with the mysteries of life and death. Inanna's journey was not one of curiosity. It was a perilous quest, driven by a desire for power. She sought to extend her dominion over the realm of her sister Ereshkigal. Ereshkigal ruled the underworld. This realm was known as Kur. Inanna, bold and ambitious, decided to claim this power for herself. Her decision set in motion a chain of events that would have profound consequences. The balance of life and death hung in the balance. Trials and tribulations stripped of power. Inanna's journey to the underworld was fraught with danger. She had to pass through 7 gates to reach her destination. At each gate, she was stripped of her power and regalia. This was a symbolic death. She was shedding her earthly attachments. This stripping away was a necessary sacrifice to enter the realm of the dead. It was also a test by Ereshkigal. The queen of the underworld wanted to see if Inanna was truly willing to relinquish her power. Inanna's journey was not just a physical one. It was also a psychological and spiritual trial. She had to confront her own mortality. She was forced to confront the shadows within herself. Section 4. Earth in disarray. The absence of life and love. With Inanna trapped in the underworld, the world above began to wither. As the goddess of fertility, her absence had a devastating impact. The land became barren, crops failed, animals stopped reproducing. The gods, witnessing the decay of Earth, knew they had to intervene. Enki, the god of wisdom, devised a plan to rescue Inanna. He created 2 sexless beings. These beings were tasked with traveling to the underworld. They carried with them the food and water of life. The fate of Earth rested on their shoulders. They had to convince Ereshkigal to release Inanna. The survival of humanity depended on their success. Section 5. A King's Sacrifice. Dumuzi's Descent and the Cycle of Seasons. Ereshkigal, however, refused to release Inanna unconditionally. Someone had to take her place. Inanna's husband, the shepherd king Dumuzi, was chosen as her replacement. He would spend half the year in the underworld. Inanna would spend the other half. Dumuzi's fate represents the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth. His annual descent into the underworld mirrors the cycle of seasons. Winter becomes a symbol of death and dormancy. Spring represents rebirth and renewal. The myth of Inanna's descent is a powerful reminder that life and death are interconnected. They are 2 sides of the same coin. One cannot exist without the other. Section 6. Echoes in Mythology. Inanna's Descent and Beyond. Inanna's journey to the underworld is not unique. It shares similarities with other myths across cultures. The most notable parallel is the Greek myth of Persephone. Persephone is the daughter of Demeter, the goddess of agriculture. She is abducted by Hades, the god of the underworld. Like Inanna, Persephone's time in the underworld brings about winter. Her return to the surface ushers in spring. These myths highlight the universal themes of loss, grief, and renewal. They offer a glimpse into the beliefs and anxieties of our ancestors. Inanna's Descent is a testament to the enduring power of storytelling. It explores themes that continue to resonate with us today. It speaks to the power of myth to connect us to the past. It reminds us that we are part of a much larger story.